declaration of him as a heretic almost. And so in the same way, Buddha came along to reform Hinduism, which had fallen into disgrace.
It's sort of like an ebb and a flow. So
Exactly. So anyway, the Upanishads came along. The Upanishads were considered to be Shruti rather than Smriti. Shruti means literally to hear in a state of higher consciousness, the word to hear. And Smriti are the Puranas, for instance, the stories, the Mahabharata, the Ramayana. So in that period, when the Upanishads arose, then you find the rishis were coming along. Then they were living in the fasts of the Himalayas, and many of them were composing these Upanishads. And there are supposedly 108 authentic Upanishads. There are many others, and there are 16 principles on Upanishads. The Brihadaranyaka, which is the oldest Upanishad, the Katha Upanishad.
and first Upanishads, weren't they before the Brahma Sutras? They were. This is Kalu. This is one of the resident dogs.
One of the residents, yes.
And Kalu means black dog, doesn't it? Or black dog?
Kalu, yes, I think does. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I was going to say, but the first Upanishads, weren't those salutations to nature? And
You're talking about the first Vedas, not
Vedas.
The Vedas were. Remember this: that people, the Indians, like all the other early cultures, were superstitious. They superstitious based upon a fear, largely of nature. I mean, if they saw lightning, they didn't know what this meant. They could say some god is angry, or thunder, and so forth, because it's sort of it's a type of animism in a way. And there was a worship of nature, and also their life was dependent upon nature. In fact, there are many early Vedic hymns that propitiate nature, because nature will bring them rain, will make their crops fertile, and so forth. Then I think, as we all go through, consciousness evolves. This is one of the great statements of Gerald Hurd. He says that this is a world of evolving consciousness. So obviously, moving throughout the centuries, man began to think, well, it's in, there's a wonderful book, a 2-volume book on Indian philosophy by Radhakrishna, where they said was the only president who was also a philosopher in the world. And I won't even talk about our president.